Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. We back with another news story on these false prophets. I know it's been a long while. I know it's been a long while since I posted, a news story in reference to these false prophets here on this channel. Now, this story comes out of Denver. This story comes out of Denver by the name of Joshua Lucero, as you can see on the screen. You know, this fella right here who was arrested for sexual assault on what and who? On a child, on children. Normally, this what happens commonly in a lot of these false churches. Now, as you can see on the screen, and I beg your pardon for the ads that's placed on his websites. It's not my fault if they appear. So, in this news article, it says youth pastor arrested by Thornton police facing charge of sexual assault on a child. You hear that? On a child, And this is not the first time. We've done many stories on these false prophets who get arrested for touching on children right from the pulpit. I mean, right from the pulpit. All right, here's the story right here as we highlighted. It says a pastor employed by World Alive Church was arrested Tuesday after reported incidents of sexual assault on juveniles while he was a youth pastor there. Juveniles. Juveniles. All right. It says Joshua Lucero, 28 years of age, was charged with one count of sexual assault on a child by one in a position of trust. Trust, really? Trust? You think you could trust a lot of these so-called preachers out here in these days? No. No. Trust is very, very thin, especially when somebody puts a title pastor in front of their name. You understand? And these days, listen, you can't trust these so-called preachers. It's very, very thin. Very. You understand? From the stories coming out like this to these so-called preachers preaching false doctrine, prosperity preachers. You understand? Soon enough, you'll think, I can't trust nobody who put the pastor title on the beginning of their name. It's getting that thin. That very much thin, right? With trust with these so-called preachers. All right. It says a pattern of trust by the 17th Judicial District Attorney's Office. It said the Thornton Police Department said that the report incidents happened when Lucero was a youth pastor overseeing juveniles between the ages of 13 and 18 between July the 17th and July 2020. Excuse me, July 2017 and July 2020. Detectives believe there are more victims and are encouraging anyone with information to come forward. More victims. More. Speak up. You know what I mean? Don't hold back. Don't have a mindset of you're in fear and things like that. So this is the creep on the screen right here. Joshua. That's him. Joshua. A so-called pastor. A creep. A pedophile. You know what I mean? A false prophet. A nasty, wicked thing. It's a sad thing that, a lot of parents seem to have more trust towards a person who has the title of pastor, apostle, evangelist, bishop, deacon. Don't be trusting these people so quick. Do not be trusting these so-called preachers so fast. I don't care who it is. Be careful out there. Be careful. You understand? Be careful. Now, I don't condone violence or anything, but if I was, I don't think his face would be that clean right now. Yeah. I don't think his face will be that clean. Now, we don't condone violence. May the Lord forgive me if, Lord forbid if something like that transpires. But we hope and pray that things like that don't happen towards our children, to those who we may classify as our pastor, our deacon, or somebody we may feel that we trust with our kids. I know you can't even leave your kids around certain family members in these days anymore, let alone a so-called pastor. All right, they say he was booked into the Adams County Jail, where, according to court records, he was not given a bond. He does not yet have another court date set, according to the court records, and they gave the information to the police department below. So that's him, Joshua. Joshua, touching on kids. What type of sick mindset? Sick mindset. A grown man, 28 years of age. You're thinking about a child? Really? You're thinking about a child from the pulpit. On one hand, you call yourself preaching the word, so-called preaching the word, in the pulpit, but yet your mindset is thinking about touching on kids in a wicked and nasty manner. There's a lot of them in the pulpit right now. It's a lot. You understand? But thankfully, due to social media, we can spread it abroad to warn the people about these type of false prophets. Be careful. Let me know what y'all think about the video. You understand? If you got a story that you know about with these false prophets who get arrested for any type of crime, feel free to email me. TonyHarvin@yahoo.com. I'm Tony Harvin. Signing off. I'm out. Peace.
Do remember, if you like, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit that notification bell. And after you hit that notification bell, select all so you can receive all notifications to the videos that come out on this YouTube channel. Thank you.